Charlamagne on The View. Charlamagne actually brings up something in a conversation, and I didn't play the rest of it. I wanted to play it on stream for y'all. Shout outs to YouTube. Shout outs to 27 viewers who've probably come, gone. Shout out to one comment. Appreciate the one comment on fucking YouTube. Do I have any comments on Twitch? I actually do not have 0 comments on Twitch. Shout outs to YouTube. Shout outs to Twitch. All right, here we go. The View, Charlamagne the God. Or the yes.
I'm not sure if you want to answer this, but what are your thoughts on everything going on with Diddy right now?
I think when it comes to that situation, man, I think we shouldn't focus on the individual. We should focus on the issue. Because I think what happens a lot of times is, because of the celebrity, we get lost in talking about the celebrity and not talking about the actual issue. The issue is domestic violence.
Yep.
The issue is exactly what I just said about, men not going to do the proper work on themselves. And
I disagree. But I'll let this play out before I talk.
They're dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and unhealed trauma, and they're projecting that pain and that hurt on the other people. The issue is patriarchy, right? Because as long as you have a system where men feel superior to women and they're dealing with that pain and they're dealing with that hurt, they're going to project that. We're going to continue to project that onto our women. So I think those are the issues that we should be discussing as opposed to talking about the individual. And we tend to do that a lot as a society. We get lost in the celebrity of things as opposed to, okay, what are we here for?
Because it's clickbait.
Yeah.
It's clickbait.
Like, Diddy brings the engagement, but right now, as I'm talking, there's a woman out there getting beat up by a man. Right?
Okay.
And she's not going to get no news coverage. Nobody's going to talk about her.
We should say the name of Cassie, the survivor of the domestic violence.
Yes.
Let's talk more about her.
Absolutely.
Well.
Let's talk about the issue, Priya. Let's talk about the actual issue and not the individual.
All right. I actually agree a little bit with Charlamagne, so I disagree, right? One, yes, the issue is domestic violence, but that's not the issue. The issue is Diddy and people proving that Diddy and everything about him is right, especially the fact that he abused somebody and all the allegations, his house getting raided. Diddy is having the check marks of being a bad person. That is what the issue is about. It's not just, oh, Cassie's not the victim or Cassie is the survivor. It's also Diddy's a fucked up person and we've seen it coming. Yes, domestic violence is bad. Point blank, period. Domestic violence is bad. You shouldn't fight your significant other. You shouldn't hit people for no fucking reason. Girls shouldn't hit boys randomly. Boys shouldn't hit girls randomly. Only in self-defense, equal hands for equal person defending their ass. I do look at this as a stretch of imagination. The fact that people will sit back and tell you, oh, it's not a big deal, or domestic violence, or they'll sit there and apologize. An abuser is an abuser. And the way people move and the way people abuse is crazy. And I don't see Diddy as a person that is a straight up apologist at any point. I don't see Diddy as the person that people should go to respect, to care about 100%. I don't think domestic violence is even actually truly it. It's more on what shit stands for and what people stand for on top of the bullshit. I do agree that domestic violence is something that we can all talk about. We can all solve, we can all have a conversation about individually. You see it happening, stick up for a person. Say something. Yes, you're gonna put your body and life in there, but you might get fucked up. But that's why you self-defense, you know what I'm saying? Carry a taser, carry some mace, carry a 4-inch blade, finger length, and cut that nigga up. I'm just saying, it happens. But also, I believe he's wrong when it comes to Diddy. People should be talking about Diddy. People should be talking about his bullshit. People should be talking about him out here abusing Cassie because he's checking off the box of being a bad person. He is checking the boxes. It wasn't just the fact that he hit her and, oh, she's not really the victim. She is the victim. She is the survivor of that or whatever else is happening behind closed doors. Because, yes, there's domestic violence happening across the country. I do understand that. I do have to preference this as saying if there's domestic violence happening all across the country, all across the world, we can't stop it all. We can leave a message out there for others to stop what is happening. But at the end of it, people's minds, their brains, they'll never truly stop it. It'll never end. It only ends when the person probably fades away into existence and dies. or someone takes actions into a drastic hands. Don't take actions into your own hands drastically. Your life will change. I promise you that. But the situation is about Diddy. The situation is not just about, domestic violence. It's domestic violence and Diddy. And Charlamagne is trying to separate the two to say, this is what it's about. I don't necessarily agree with that because it's not. And he knows it's not. Let's continue.
When it comes to us, it doesn't seem to be the thing we think. Yeah, amplified is the right word.
Yeah.
All right. Shouts to Charlamagne here. Abba and Preach. I fuck with Abba and Preach. We're going to watch this video. This is a good video talking about the diddler. Let's go.
Like, usually you're good on rating excuses, apologies. That's your thing. Yeah. And you're going to rate this thing for us so we know.
Shouts to Abba and Preach. The worst apology. Diddy, the diddler.
Put the head going down. All right.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life.
Really?
Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
You saw Preacher's face. Preacher's face is what killed me.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. It's crazy.
But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
Oh, okay, sir.
I'm not asking for forgiveness.
Oh, okay.
I'm truly sorry.
Of course, nobody's really having it, but I really want to know, how would you rate that?
A 4, a 2, a 0.0.
Oh, that's a calculation face. It's crunching the numbers.
I give it 3 Karen tears out of 10.
3 Karen tears out of 10.
3 Karen tears.
Yep.
Why so low, Abba?
The apology.
The apology.
Or the restitution has to match the act. Mm-hmm. If I smack you in the face out of nowhere, really hard, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
No, we fine.
But if I say something like, I don't think you look good out of nowhere, and you didn't even ask, like, hey, you know what, that's my bad, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
That matches.
That matches.
That matches. Yeah.
The action should the apology should match said action more than it should match what he did, right? If you slap somebody, apologies is a physical thing. If you say, but that person wants retribution because you just physically assaulted them. If you just say, oh, you look ugly in that dress today to a girl, that bitch want to fight you. I ain't gonna lie. Hello from Atlanta. Yo, what up, Atlanta? Yo, it's the boy Fat Man. Appreciate you, T.A. T.A. Appreciate you, man. My chat is dead. My YouTube channel is dead. And I'm also here on Twitch. So, appreciate you from Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. It's me up in New York. Late at fucking night. So I'm just talking about the diddler. The diddler. Let me know what you think about the whole Diddy drama.
You have a match.
Someone says, I take full responsibility.
What does that mean? What does it mean?
You know what's crazy? My eardrum is actually hurting right now. I have no idea why. You know what's crazy? I ain't think about that. If somebody says, I take full responsibility for something, what does that mean? 100%, right? They don't talk about their action. They don't talk about their behavior. They don't talk about nothing. They say, I take full responsibility for whooping that bitch's ass. You sure about that, big fella? Okay. So where's the true responsibility being taken? Just in action, in words, and not actual action? because he made that apology, and I can't lie, that was a half-ass apology, and it didn't feel genuine or sincere. And some people will say Cameron was like, well, the apology wasn't for us, it was for her, and I'm like, are you sure? Because he was apologizing too broad, and too across the fucking pond. But let's go.
Take full accountability.
What does it mean?
Because Pussy?
When the allegations first came out, I remember he was calling her a liar.
Yeah.
He was saying she was a liar. A bunch of people was trying to get him.
Mm-hmm.
It was untrue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is he sorry it happened, or is he sorry he got caught?
He's sorry he got caught. He not sorry it happened. Listen, if I was beating a bitch's ass behind the scenes, you think I would be sorry I got caught? No. I would totally be sorry I'm so sorry I was beating this bitch behind the fucking Turks and Caicos. Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now? A person is really gonna be sorry. They're gonna be sorry. They're not gonna make an apology video. They're going to do their best to apologize to that person understandably. But he's not. He's sorry he got caught. Because he was doing more than that behind the scenes.
This is Fluffy Daddy just a few weeks ago.
Fluffy Daddy.
For the last couple of weeks, I've sat here silently to watch people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, my legacy, my take that. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. He's talking about Cassie, the one he was beating right there. Let me be absolutely clear.
Oh, clarity. We have clarity here.
I did not.
Oh, shit.
I never did.
Sleep with that woman. Wait, no.
That was wrong call.
That was Bill Clinton. Or George Bush.
Did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Signed, the Diddler. Now.
The Diddler.
This man. That was his response. And it's easy to take accountability once there's nowhere else to hide.
True.
Hey, wow.
See, when you had the position of power, when your high-priced lawyers came through, was you about taking accountability then? No. You did everything to avoid it.
That's a
True.
bar.
Now that you have no choice but to take accountability, you're saying, no, boo-boo. You're not taking accountability. It's being shoved down your throat and forced on you.
True.
That's not the same thing.
True.
That's not the same thing.
True. The light is being shined on him, which he never thought would ever happen behind closed doors. But since it got brought out into the public and he's such a public figure, he was exposed for being such a bad person. Now, I sit here and say this for the most part is, you did all this behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind the curtain, and you thought you was never going to get caught. What sucks about it is the fact that you got caught and you apologized. You just made a fucking broad apology and didn't even understand the ramifications of those actions. Because you're so rich and famous, you still don't understand the ramification of those actions. And some people just think, well, this is just the next cancel culture. She might have stole something. He was defending his shit. Shut up, bitch. He fucking hit her like she was a grown fucking man. He hit her like she was a fucking dude. Like she could take that punch. That means and that's not the first time he's done that. You can see by the video, which I'll probably have links later on. He did that shit. Let's go.
The difference between someone coming out of their own will and wants to come to apologize to you and someone having to do it because someone's holding a gun to their head, we know that difference. We know the difference. Mm-hmm. So the apology is trash. It's horrible. The only thing that could have made it worse was being like, I'm sorry you felt that I abused you. That's the only way.
Yeah, that would have been sad as fuck.
No.
You know those apologies?
No.
The apologies that are not apologies?
I understand
I'm
what
sorry
you're
you feel
Yeah,
disrespected.
but the video, we could clearly show that she felt something, and it was just not in her feelings.
Well, I'm sorry you felt like I beat your ass and dragged you across and threw a flower pot at your head. I'm sorry you feel that way. Crazy. That's a 1 out of 10.
That's
That
a
is.
zero. That's a zero.
Yeah.
That's a sub.
That doesn't matter what you do.
That's in the negative.
Yeah. I mean, listen. In the wake of this, in relation to the last conversation we had, the son came out and defended his dad after the video came out?
He did?
He came out and he said, guys, this is something from 2016 and they handled it then. Why y'all bringing it up now?
Because it's deplorable. Because this is my problem. I do understand my problem with like time and conversations and things of that nature, right? Because something happened in 2016 and they handled it then, the internet and people didn't see it in 2016, didn't understand it in 2016 until now. They get to see, wow, that's Puff Daddy. Wow, that's the ramifications of Puff getting angry with someone close to him. Someone he's known for such a long time that he ended up beating their ass. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. She was the closest thing to him that he ended up whooping her ass. Ah! Are you for real? Are you playing stupid with hopscotch? No. She got her ass beat by this man. The closest thing to this man, to Puff. And he was whooping her ass. Behind closed doors, in front of closed doors. Doesn't matter if it happened in 2016. What matters is the fact that you don't understand the ramifications of the actions. And people don't understand the things coming at you about right now. This is who you are. It's a reflection of what you've been doing. It may not be at first. Maybe if all these other allegations were happening, I could understand this. Like, all right, Puffy beat her ass. He's an abuser. Perfectly fine, right? But we don't know what happens behind closed doors. Now, what's happening behind closed doors is probably exactly what the fuck we just saw. But I said this one time watching this whole Vic Miana shit, right? We don't know what happened behind closed doors when the people that didn't like Vic didn't like his ass, right? And they wanted him out the fucking industry. Why did they want him out the industry? Because he was a bad fucking dude. Because he didn't fit their narrative. He didn't fit their perception. He didn't fit their viewpoint on what they cared about. But they kept Damon Mills, who's a known sexual abuser, a known pedophile, in their fucking ranks. But they kicked out Vic, right? Because of whatever the fuck. Now, it's probably different with Diddy. I don't think Vic was behind scenes slapping bitches in the face, calling them hoes and spitting on them and doing drugs next to them and making them do drugs. He ain't that rich. So to see someone like Diddy doing some crazy shit is different because he has power, money, status. He's at a higher point. To see him do that crazy shit, you have to think about it. If you're doing it at such a crazy level and you just hit this bitch in the face, what are you doing behind the scenes? That means the rest of the shit that's out there is true. And even if that's not true, bro, you looking really mighty suspicious right now. Think about that. Even if it happened in 2016, he's a fucking asshole for doing that shit, for abusing her, for being a fucking dickhead. He's the dick. Oh, but, it happened a long time ago and they handled it. Yeah. Doesn't mean it was right. Doesn't mean it was handled. Because when the internet gets upon something, that shit ain't really handled, nigga. When the internet grabs it, it ain't really handled. I need y'all to understand that. When the internet grabs a hold of it, that shit ain't handled. Let's go.
That was his response to seeing that video.
Son, you know what? And I try to see okay. In the last video that we did, I tried to see the perspective of the maybe. You know what I mean? Playing devil's advocate. But goddamn, playing devil's advocate is really just an expression. I'm not actually talking about the devil. But in this case, goddamn. No, you cannot be it's just, you, for real, you know what? Son, I'm going to give you an advice for you. Shut the fuck up.
Actually, a better advice: stay out of grown folks' business. That's what they used to tell me when I was growing up. Yo, stay out of grown folks' business.
Sit that one out. Sit down. Reflect on it.
Yeah, listen.
God damn.
Listen.
That's a complete disregard for people. If you coming out and that's your excuse, that's your...
You know what accountability would look like? Why don't you go on and admit all the other evil things that you claim you never did in the statement before? Go ahead and admit to those things. Don't just apologize. Don't say you're asking God for forgiveness. There's people you hurt on this earth that you have to pay restitution for. And it ain't just God that you got to look to. It's got to be the people that you hurt. Now, they could choose not to forgive you, but have you ever tried to actually make amends for all the evil things that you've done to people? Have you begun to sow the seeds to undo the wrath that you've brought upon the land? It's not enough to just, I'm talking to God. Okay, well, you know what? God also wants you to take action in real life.
True.
Some of us are not Christians.
You slap your wife, you don't go just talking to God. Who do you have to talk to?
Yeah, you talk to an anger specialist? Do you talk to somebody that can handle that? Who do you talk to? Or is he just saying, I talk to God just because I want to get it off my back and off my shoulders? We'll never know. Let's continue.
So I just see stuff like this, and the mentioning of God bothers me. Not because I don't think there's nothing good to come from like having that conversation and finding that forgiveness in yourself and with your higher power. Good. There's people here that you hurt.
And if it's true accountability, you're addressing Cassie by name. You're addressing her by name. You're addressing your actions of abuse by name. Saying that I abused her, I didn't mean to do that. Look, she took something from my room. I got pissed the fuck off. It was something very valuable. At least if you can defend yourself, you can be fucking honest and you can be real. But he's not being honest and being real, and he's vague about it.
Yeah, that's the one portion of it. The second thing is, the more you peel back the layers, like when you go read the Cassie allegations, like there's dozens of things from her being trafficked by this guy, him sitting in the corner while other dudes are taking like she's being forced to do these things. There's some really disgusting stuff that he needs to. You want arrested? Come and actually admit to what you did.
Because the thing is, you just apologized for that day.
Yeah.
In the book.
I said it. He apologized for that day. Let's go.
The book is full. What about the other days?
Yep. What about the other people?
What about the mother of your child? Of your kids?
Yep.
It's the other things. It's the things that we did not see. The things that are not backed up the things that are not backed up with a camera. The things that we don't know about, that you know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You claim it's you dark times and stuff like that. What people are claiming is not times or a period. Mm-hmm. They're depicting an individual over a long period of time with different people. Yeah, you're right, man. I think whenever people are like, I'm taking full responsibility, what really does that mean?
True.
I think it's just lip service. So that people just say the right things because they think they're the right things to say. And look, I get it. You're ashamed of something. Maybe you did something bad. You don't want to come forth and admit it. You deny because you're not ready for the social ostracization. Then it blows up in your face and now you can't deny it. So you got to... I think there's ways which I can understand someone denying the evil things that they've done. But you also have to understand that people are not going to give you the grace that you didn't give them when you lied to them.
True.
You haven't earned it.
True.
You haven't earned it. And if you want it, you got to take action. That's all that matters. But the truth...
I don't even think he gets that grace, though. I don't think Diddy deserves the grace of respect and understanding what an apology is, right? If I curse at my mother, I'm lucky I don't get my ass fucking beat, number one. But if I did that out of rage and I hit her, my uncle might come and whoop my ass. But if there's the grace period of like just cursing and being upset. I can apologize for my words. I can apologize for my actions. I can admit it was wrong. I can admit I was upset. But when you outright, let's say you hit your little niece or nephew, just beat them the fuck up and like really hurt them, you can't apologize for that because you actively beat them the fuck up. You actively were whooping their ass. You actively did that. That's fucked up. Let's continue.
Truth is, this man has done a lot of evil things. Everything from beating all the women in his life to including his mother. When I heard he was slapping his mom, I'm like, hey, yo, some of y'all built different. That's crazy.
That's evil.
And you go on.
That is the most evil shit ever if it's true. He slapped his mom. That means he's so drunk with power. He thinks he is the shit. He's the man. He really thinks he is above it all.
To learn all the weird, funky shit that this guy's done to supposed men in the industry as well. And it's like, you're taking responsibility?
No, he's not.
My friend, I don't think there's enough bullets that you could put in your own temple to take responsibility for some of the evil shit that you've done. But hey, that ain't for me to decide. That's for the people you hurt and your maker. So, the internet's not the one you got to be apologizing to. They're not the ones who were hurt by this. They're not the ones who were beaten for 10 to 11 years. So, that's what I think about this.
The apology, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But I'm not having it, really.
I mean, even the apology, like, what did he admit to? It was so short. And he didn't admit to nothing. He didn't talk about how he's doing restitution. He didn't talk about, like, if you think about it, the PR never ended.
It was just word salad. It was just, I'm giving you this grace. I'm gracing you with my presence and giving you this word salad because you're going to accept it and not know what I'm apologizing. You know what I'm apologizing to, but you really don't.
This isn't an apology.
I don't even
This is just enough so that the people who want to support him can feel like, oh, well, you know, he's talking to God. Oh, he's doing the steps or whatever it is. Boss, guess what happens when you beat people up for years and you beat them repeatedly with weapons? You go to jail. That's what happens.
True.
You don't get on Instagram and make a video and get away with it. How you take a responsibility? Walk your ass to the courthouse and then I'll believe you.
Yeah.
Walk your ass to the courthouse, admit it to all the things that you've done, okay? Go to jail, and then maybe we could actually have a conversation.
Go to jail.
That's accountability, and that's responsibility.
Yeah.
To be accountable and to be responsible in that way, yes. For abusing people, abusing your mother, sex trafficking this woman, anything, that is the level of abuse that you've done to a person, and you talk about accountability, nigga, apples to oranges on this end, but all right.
Take the plane back. Come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
Go meet with the people that you hurt.
Come back.
Yeah.
Come back on land.
Fucking coward.
Come back here.
Hey. And all the people, all the guys, all the people I saw who were getting on videos loudly defending him. Then this video come out, they make a little, get on camera, get on camera and say how evil that was. The same way you've voraciously defended the man. I think I invented that word. It don't matter.
No, I think it should be a word.
It didn't matter.
Because the thing is
matter.
the thing is that you said it and it made sense.
But okay.
So to me, it's
There's a word that's close to it. I just don't know what it is.
veracity.
No. Doesn't matter. All that matters is this.
I think it's a word.
All the people who are defending him loudly.
I think it's a
y'all should
word.
be also admitting you was wrong. That's it.
Say it.
But anyways, that's it for today's video.
Shout out to Abba and Preach. I respect them 100% for making the video. We have a lot of diddler stuff here.
Shit. Gambit on drum. You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill. Some of you niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract.
Ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All them niggas fallin' like all them niggas. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous. Niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden.